rap game like the white man. Iller than Hitler, photobomb and Yahoo, edit bomb missile. Watch me do it like the Pointer Sisters. Slip arsenic in your corn liquor. Two bigger L's than the Aubrey nigga. From Pappy Mason to Pastor Mason, the church is vacant. Preacher with Bobby trapped in the basement. I'm laughing, just imagine the sleepy beauty had herpes. On the phones. Blaming on technology, man. All that.
Yeah, it got to the point where everyone realized, they said, you know what, it's safer to just meet somebody online. That used to be the opposite.
Yeah.
Like opposite.
Remember blind dates was like for like we thought when people go on blind dates because you were ugly, you couldn't get nobody, you was antisocial back in the day.
I have a friend. She has a great personality.
Yeah, like what's wrong with him? Why he can't go out and get his own girl? You know what I'm saying? Why you get what I'm saying? But blind dates used to have your heart pounding. Cause you know, we used to go by the voice. And sometimes the voice sound like she 150 pounds. When you get her, she almost 200 pounds, bro.
Oh yeah, I used to really judge about it too. I'm not gonna lie.
But I think online is even worse now, bro. It's like
it's
catfish.
Right.
Yeah, you think you talking to somebody and there's a little Indian boy,
you know,
West Indian,
right,
10 years old, is nice with the computer, and you just having a conversation for like 2 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I hate to see it. Give it a year or two, and AI is getting so good, they're gonna have their own little model on there. You thinking
their little face, yeah. It's real out here. It's spooky, man.
You can get on FaceTime with it now, you know?
Yeah, because that was the red flag. You're like, oh, let me FaceTime you. You know what I'm saying? They give all excuse. Their phone broke, stuff like that.
You want to turn it up to the ceiling.
All of a sudden, your phone broke.
Right.
You know, your iPhone cracked.
Sure. That's crazy. But yeah, these issues, I tell you.
Yeah, that issues, man. But yeah, real quick to stay on this topic for like another minute or two. It gets so heavy where, you know, especially in the marriage, you know, it's always good to know the history of your wife and her upbringing, as far as her relationship with her father, or men of her family, because how she reacts, whether she like it or not, or notice it or not, how she react to her father or the men of her family, 9 times out of 10, that's how she's gonna react to you. And you can come in as Johnny Go Lucky, as the nice guy and stuff like that. I make a prime example. Let's say if a woman has been physically abused by her father or the men of her family, like smacked around or whatever. When you meet her, she's what? Hand shy.
Yep.
So you gotta make her comfortable enough around you. And that could it depend on the mental condition of that person. It may not ever heal.
Yep.
Some of us need like professional counseling, right? But she's hand shy, so you gotta ensure her that I'm not abusive. You get what I'm saying? I'm not abusive. Or I done seen a lot of situations where I done talked to homeboys where they was like, yo, my wife is very aggressive and she talks down to me like a child because and this is in a household with 2 parents. Because when I finally met her parents, the father was not the alpha in the relationship, the mother was. But the mother was bossy and the father was submissive, and she expect me to be the same way, and I'm not like that. So that caused conflict. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because that's a normal dynamic to her. She's used to that. So
exactly.
She's thinking of everybody. That goes right back to this whole thing that we're talking about. That conditions. It's like conditioning a person. So by the time they're adult, they're expecting all the adults to be this way. This is the way the men are. A lot of times you see these people going through the abuse. Like I hear a lot of abusive women talk. And they'll say, you know, this is all that men do. This is what men are. This, you know what I mean? So anytime you say anything, they're thinking it's coming from a place of an attack. Anytime you're doing something, it's against them. So it's like the automatic first thought. You got to really fight through that. Once you get through them layers, maybe you might find somebody. But then there's another part of it. The person getting abused, there's like this phenomenon where they kind of step outside of themselves. So it's like a third person in a way. It's like another person they create in a way.
Yeah.
going through that. So it's like you kind of like it's like a split personality in a way. Sometimes that happens. So
Which is a certain disorder,
yep, yep.
personality disorder.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you said, they could be very like Jack on High. They can be very loud, and then 15 minutes later, it's like it never happened.
mhm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that could be from them coming up and they, it's not always the father. It could be the mother too.
True. Yep.
Beat them and rub them on their shoulder and say, "Mommy or daddy didn't mean it."
Right.
So now you married to this person
Oh,
and they just cursed you out. And 15 minutes later, they cooking you pancakes and cooking you waffles and eggs. You what the
right.
fuck going on with you? You all right?
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
I knew one. I knew one. It was like she was switched between her first name and her middle name. And then
mm.
it was like her middle name was the mean side of her. You know what I mean? Like this other side would kick in and like, no, I'm now. You know what I mean? And she would just
Oh
go
yeah, you got to get the hell out of there, bro.
like, you know,
You got to get out of there. When it's like that, bro, you got to leave. You dealing with some exorcism right there, bro.
exactly. You
But
know the
it
crazy,
get that bad though.
and it's addictive too, though, because you get, like that roller coaster. You ride thrill rides. You scared, but then you
Mm-hmm.
get to the adrenaline rush of making it through.
Yeah.
It's addictive. So a lot of people stay in them situations like that because you catching both sides of it. They seeing the other quote unquote good side of the person, and that's what they like. But then
Yeah.
they understand it. It comes with this too, though. And then after a while, you get used to the jabs. You know what I mean? You get used to it bit by bit because people adapt. They try to adapt.
Yeah, because love is blind. But the thing about it like this, even from listen, I'm gonna tell you from a personal perspective, nicknames, nicknames around certain groups of people,
Yeah.
rappers too,
No.
right? Your street name could be I'm just making up one, Knuckles.
Yeah.
Were you on the block? You going to role play.
You
I'm
in
Knuckles. This is
knuckle.
how I survive in this situation.
Right. Right.
When I'm home, I'm Wilfred.
Yeah.
They know me as Wilfred. You ever heard the speech? We didn't know Wilfred. We don't know nothing about Knuckles. We know Wilfred.
Yeah. We know.
You know
Well.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. You got to make
Split
love it.
personality. When
Yep.
you're on stage, you
Yeah,
MC
yep.
MC Tech. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? When
Yep.
you off stage with your family and they catch you paparazzi, MC Tech. Nah, man, I'm John. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I
No,
understand
MC
all that.
Tech. No, I'm
Right.
John. I'm with my family. Don't you see? I'm with
Right.
my family.
I just came to give me a pizza. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. So that's crazy, bro. All right, let's move on, man. Excuse me. Um, what is it? 7 levels of cooning, tap dancing, or whatever the case may be. A reaction video from that. Hold on, let's see if I can find it.
Boss.
Yeah. Hold on, let's see if I can find it. Hold on 1 second. Bop, 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 bop. Man, that got to be something the car break down out of town, bro.
I know. Then yeah, that's no joke.
That's the worst.
Is it?
What if you ain't have money like that to A, get your car fixed?
Right. You on there
B,
scrambling. You scrambling.
B, if they say, yeah, stranded. B, if they say, we can't do nothing about this till Monday.
Right. It's Saturday
Then you
too.
gotta find room and board. If you ain't got that, you gotta sleep in the car that broke down. Like, yo, I'm not gonna park on the side of your building and sleep. That's wild,
Right.
bro.
Right.
Hold on, let's see. All right, here it is, right here.
You spending more money than you even had. That's the crazy thing. Because it's not like it usually they never
Exactly.
really happen when you want them.
Yeah.
When you're ready. Oh,
Yeah.
I got an extra 5 laying around.
Yeah. Look, I always say this too. It's always good to save money, but the the less frustrating part, the less stressful part is when you put away money for certain things and you say, look, this case my car break down. So when you go in that little 500, you're like, oh, I was expecting this to happen, so I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? What makes it stressful and upset when you're saving for something else and you gotta put that towards something else.
Yeah.
Like, God damn.
Right.
You
Set
know?
right back.
And that's what insurance should be for, man. But you know how that is, man. You
Mm.
know, you be paying. I don't care if I done paid insurance down there $250 a month, like I was in Mafe.
Yep.
And then when something finally break down, they barely want to send AAA out and give you an excuse why they don't want to fix a broken axle. Or so, oh, we'll donate $75 to the axle, or we'll cover everything except for $75. I done paid you for like 6 months, damn
Yeah.
near $3,000, and all you tell me you cover
75.
everything except for $75.
Right.
Stop it. That's insurance companies a scam, man.
Right.
I'm gonna play this reaction video. We don't own the rights to it. Here we go. Let me know if y'all can hear. Types of black betrayal that keep us shackled. Level 1, the house slave. Meet Steven, the house slave who loves his chains so much, he'll kill to keep them on. This ain't just a movie character, y'all. This is the blueprint for the most toxic black person in America. Hey, who the hell you calling Snowball, house boy? I'll snatch your black off that nag down in the mud. See, Steven don't just serve white people. He is a white racist in black skin. He's so deep in Stockholm syndrome that he fears freedom more than bondage. Why? Because oppression is all he's ever known, and he's convinced himself that his survival depends on keeping happy. In Django Unchained, Steven isn't just a servant, he's the enforcer. When Broomhilda tries to escape, who punishes her? Steven. When Django arrives as a free man, who's most threatened? Steven. This man has so internalized his oppression that he sees other black people's freedom as a personal attack on his identity. Sound familiar? That's Uncle Ruckus, the cartoon version of what's very real in our community. These are the black folks who will police you for being too black, who mock our culture to get white folks to pat them on the head and say, you're one of the good ones. But this isn't just comedy, people. This is psychological warfare. The house slave mentality runs so deep that these individuals will literally work against their own people's interests to maintain their position in the white power structure. Herschel Walker literally said, black families don't need fathers because we had strong women. This man was so desperate for white Republican approval that he threw his own people under the bus on national television. He painted black fathers as dispensable while running for Senate in Georgia, the same state where his own father abandoned him. But here's where it gets really sick. Walker wasn't just talking to white Republicans. He was talking to black mothers, telling them they should be grateful to struggle alone. He was telling black children that they don't deserve fathers. Also, he could get a pat on the head from people who will never truly accept him. The house slave doesn't just hurt us through their actions. They poison our minds with self-hatred. They teach our children that being black is something to overcome, not something to celebrate. They turn our survival mechanisms into weapons against ourselves. Here's what makes the house slave so dangerous. They convince white people that racism isn't the problem. We are. They give oppressors permission to keep oppressing because, see, even they agree with us. Remember, Stephen wasn't just loyal to Calvin Candy. He was more racist than his master. When the house exploded at the end of Django, it wasn't just a building burning down. It was the destruction of an entire system that depended on black people policing other black people. And that's why this mentality is the foundation of all the other levels. Every other type of black betrayal starts with this basic premise, that white approval is more valuable than black liberation. Before we get to the next level, if you're learning something from this break... That's the first level. I'm more interested in the last statement. I'm saying getting blacks to police blacks, right? This light on.
Right.
My thing with that is that's very profound. I won't get into it too deep, but if you notice, even in Africa, the British, they will have certain black people certain political powers and power to govern their own people in Africa. It's never where they can just govern their own people without the help of outsiders, right? And you got to ask yourself, if they're pulling the strings, who are really governing the African people? You get what I'm saying? It's not like how it is in occupied Palestine, where we're like, okay, we're going to not only give you this land, but we're going to leave you to your own device. We know that you're strong enough and smart enough to govern yourself. Although not too long ago, 50 odd, 75 years ago, that you was under the shooter's thumb. You was helpless. You didn't have any type of strength whatsoever. We came in, saved y'all from this bad, evil guy called Adolf. And all of a sudden, out of oppression, we're going to give y'all guys your own land, and y'all going to govern yourselves, and we're going to give y'all $1.3 million. That never happened to us out of slavery. We had to get everything from the ground up. And every time we got it, it was knocked down. You feel what I'm saying? So I found that very interesting when he said that they allow blacks to govern other blacks. Like, why can't you just allow us to govern our own selves and police our own selves and let us figure it out? We don't need your help.
Right. And
You
it's
know what
even
I'm saying?
right. And it even deeper down, even to our levels. Like we're not even talking about like even beyond the government level, like say going to work. And you'll go across and you'll see some of these same types, and they're the ones that always going to the boss saying, "Yeah, the new guy, and, but he always positions it after one of us. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know about Jamal. Yeah, he ain't really serious about doing his work. So I don't. You probably should not let him do this and that. And then next thing you know, Jamal don't understand why all of a sudden the boss coming after him for little minor things.
Oh yeah, I
Turn
tell
around.
you,
It was
tell
the
you the truth.
same. It's the same dude that was over. Hey, what's up, brother? Giving him the fist bump. You know what I mean? But they gonna turn around and run to George and talk. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
I tell you a true story, bro. I was working for this maintenance company in Baltimore, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
We get off at 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. We what you call the demolition crew. We come in, gut out the house, do landscape work and stuff like that. The bottom of the totem pole
Hard
guys.
work. Hard
Yeah.
work.
So we had a supervisor. Now he wasn't even a supervisor, bro. He was training to be one, right? Because all the supervisors and managers were white,
Mm-hmm.
except for one. I can't make this up. So for one black guy was a supervisor on one property out of hundreds in Maryland. That's crazy. That tell you a lot. So one day it's 4 p.m. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock in the evening. It's Friday. We just got paid. We done got out like 3 houses. We was painting, which I thought was always stupid, but oh well, cosmetics. We were painting the dumpsters. You know how you got painted green and stuff like that. On a Friday.
Yeah.
It's 4 o'clock, man. We trying to go home.
Mm-hmm.
So this white guy, I'm gonna say his name. White boy named Steve, man. He look like the guy from Higher Learning. I ain't lying to you, man. Cause shout out to my man Clinton. He used to say, "Yo, don't he look like that guy from Higher Learning?" I said, "Yeah, he do." He said, "Yeah, that racist son of a that make me even more. I hate him even more." So look. So look, Steve was one of those white privileged guys where he didn't know a lick of maintenance. He was too soft to go out there and do our work. He didn't know maintenance work. He was
Yeah.
just put in position because his father was there for over 40 something years, and his father was buddy with the vice president,
Yeah.
which is a Jewish guy. So I'm just giving you a little backstory on Steve.
I'll bring your son in. Don't worry.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all right, real quick, this Friday, we done painted 4 dumpsters, got it out 2 houses. We don't feel like doing anything. It's the weekend. We out. You know what I'm saying? We didn't. Now, somebody at the last minute threw their stuff out, like put all their furniture out, whatever. Well, no, I'm sorry. Somebody came and dumped furniture on the property.
Yeah.
Check it out. Now, the black boy Clinton, the black dude that supposed to be, quote unquote
boss
supervisor, but he ain't nothing but an overseer. He ain't even had a supervisor.
I know that shit. I know that shit. Yeah.
What I call it?
The volcano from out of Iceland, they come to take over the rap game like the white man. Hiller than Hitler, photobomb at Yahoo, read it bomb missile. Watch me do it like the Pointer Sisters. Slip arsenic in your corn liquor. Two bigger L's than the Aubrey nigga. From Pappy Mason to Pastor Mason, the church was vacant. I'm preaching with Bobby, trapped in the basement. I'm laughing, just imagine the Sleepy Beauty had herpes.